If you haven't been following along, beefy.com is what we call a yield optimizer. Yield optimizers allow us to basically automatically yield farm, bringing in, making our deposits, and then it harvests and compounds for us every single day. And when you're in seasons of consolidation and accumulation like we have been in, you can actually you can use yield farming to accelerate your accumulation of tokens that will have a greater US dollar value later on. But there's also a short-term play, and I've done this in my other trainings for you all in my mastermind, on just how to create daily income with yield farming. So about 8 days ago, I deposited $1,000 into this particular vault on Beefy, and I'm up to $2,225. Pretty good. And I would be crazy at this point not to take profits. Now, the gamble, here's the gamble. Okay. This is where people get in trouble. I'm going to be taking profits live here shortly, but where people get in trouble are they go, wow, I'm up $1,200. If I keep it in there, I'm going to keep making $1,200 over and over again. And while this particular token and asset and farm might continue going up and to the right, it doesn't work that way. And the market will punish you if you try to be too greedy. Okay. Now, the good news here is that this particular farm is relatively young and new. When I first entered it, it only had a couple $1,000 in total value locked, which is extremely risky. But now it's got over $150,000 of total value locked, which is showing a trajectory of adoption. If you look at this right here, this historical rate over the last month, actually over the last 12 days. So the trajectory here is good. And we know that this is on the base chain, this particular vault. And the base chain is a new network from Coinbase, launched by Coinbase. It's their layer 2 of Ethereum. Won't go into all the technical specifics. I've done that in other videos, but it's time for me to make a decision here. And so I wanted to use this in concert with the training that I provide all of you Get Paid Daily members. And in the training vault, in the module where I talk about yield farming for daily income, I have just a framework, 20%, 30%, 30%, 20%. I just wanted to kind of interact with that a little bit today. I think I'm going to take 20% of my profits, and I'm going to rotate it into stablecoin yields that are also on the base network. And then I'm going to take 30% of my profits and I'm going to put it into a stable coin. This will be my stable coin pair. And then I will take another 30% and I will put it into an altcoin pair. And then the last 20% I'll put into basically a high risk altcoin pair. So I'm gonna take about $1,000 off the table. I'm gonna leave 1,000 to 1,200 in this vault and just let it continue to grow as the TVL grows and as the APY is holding steady. It was up in as crazy as it sounds, this was over 1,000,000% when it first started. So they've got an algorithmic approach to this. As the TVL goes up, the APY goes down, but APY has been, that's still just crazy out of this world stuff. Like earning 1% a day is, nobody's going to complain about that. So, all right. So if you're here for the call still, what I'm about to do is I'm just doing the blocking and tackling here. I'm doing real-time live yield farming and investments. So if you're here for it, give me a yes in the comments, and we're gonna play ball here for a minute. So hang tight. All right, I got to do a little math. I'm going to do a little withdrawal here. A current asset price is, how do I get my current? That's one thing I don't like about this interface, is that it's hard for me to see the ALB asset price. So what I'm going to do is go to dexscreener.com. This will be how I just do some accurate math on what I'm wanting to move around here. I'm going to go ahead and in the first transaction, I'm going to pull out $1,000 just for simple math. My current price is 0.06799. So 1,000 divided by 0.06799. So about 14,708 of these tokens. So let's go over here and we're going to withdraw. Now, wow, there's no, okay, so here, this is cool. No deposit fee, no withdrawal fee. So the displayed APY accounts for performance fee that is deducted. So for whatever reason, there's some kind of promotion happening with Base, Chain here, and Beefy. I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm going to do 800 just to round off. So $1,008, it can calculate for me right here. That's helpful. I could have just done that by trial and error, but okay. So I'm taking all of my, basically I'm ROIing completely. I'm taking all of my original deposit off the board. I got a transaction error because, why? I've got enough Ethereum. Let's see. Make sure my wallet's connected. 14,800. Withdraw. Invalid transaction parameters. Specify EIP transaction, but current. Okay, that's total garbage. Let's see what happens when I just do 800, which is $54. Transaction error. Okay, great. Let's see. What am I missing here on my, happens to the best of us, guys. If you ever run into errors, it's totally normal. Withdrawal. I just hit refresh on the page. 800. I think I'm on the right. I'm on the right network. Let's see. Base. Withdraw. Here we go. All right, I'm going to reject this because I want to do it all in one fell swoop. So 14,800. So this transaction is going to go through, and I'm glad this happened in real time with you guys because I don't know if you've ever heard me joke, but like sometimes you just got to kick the tractor. like you're gonna, like, this stuff isn't perfect. It's blockchain, it's a great financial technology, but sometimes you've got to refresh the page. Sometimes you've got to disconnect your wallet and reconnect it. Like you've just got to just generally troubleshoot. Okay, so now if I go to my wallet, I should have ALB $1,000 here. Perfect. It's gone up in value since we've been sitting here. That's neat. Now I need to swap it. I need to swap it for, what do I want to swap it for? Let's talk about the destination that we're headed to. So I'm going to go back to Beefy. I'm going to click on the base chain filter. I want to see just everything on the base chain because that's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm going to sort by APY, and I'm going to find this. I already knew about this. This is a two-sided stable coin option. I'm going to put 20%. I think 20%. Let's see. Focus on stablecoin yields or single staking of a well-established. Okay, pair a well-known coin with a stablecoin. Yeah, I wanted 20% here. DAI Plus and USD Plus are pretty cool protocols. They're both stable coins. They're both made, or the protocols are driven by Overnight. This central protocol called Overnight. I want to go. Beefy makes it fun and easy because they put all the asset details down here. So if I click on their website, I can go to their website. I know I'm not going to a scam or a adversarial place. And overnight.fi have these stable coins that earn if you just hold them. Literally, if you just hold them, it has USD Plus has a 9.4% APY. So that's pretty cool. I accidentally went into the dApp, but that's exactly where I need to be. So I'm going to connect my wallet as it prompts me to. I'm going to hit next and connect. Now, my guess is maybe I will be able to. I'll be surprised if they'll let me swap ALB, but maybe they will. So I'm going to click on swap. I'm going to go 50-50 with my 1,000. Oh, I can. So ALB is a listed cataloged base coin. I shouldn't be surprised. ALB is a major DEX on the new chain, so that's cool. All right, so I have half and half is what I want to do. So I'm going to take 14,800 divided by 2, 7,400. I think though. Okay, with Beefy, I can actually go all in on either one. So they do the work for me if I want them to. So if I just wanted to make this one conversion into USD Plus, keep it simple, I could come back here and they'll split it up and do all the LP stuff for me. Or I can do it the old-fashioned way and bring in 2 coins, which is what I'm going to do for demonstration purposes. So I want 7,400 to go out into USD Plus. I'm going to approve this. Max. No, not max. 7,400. You can do max. It wouldn't charge me the max. It's just basically me telling it that's how much availability I'm willing to let MetaMask involve itself with. Okay, so that was an approval, I believe, because I haven't interacted with them. Yeah, so approval. So remember, if you haven't interacted with a smart contract before with a particular wallet, there's always an approval and then the swap. So I've got to go back now because the swap hasn't happened yet. Now I actually have to transact. I have to actually do the swap. So click that and confirm. And you'll notice that the gas fees on Base are minuscule, which is awesome. I just paid 27 cents, which there are better platforms for that, but I'm not complaining, especially since I'm earning 5,800% APY. All right. And so then now I'm going to do the other half of the ALB into DAI Plus, not USD, DAI. And I'm just going to max it all out. I can max out because ALB is not my gas token. Ethereum on the chain, on the Base chain, is my gas token because Base does not have a native token. They're using Ethereum as their native token. So I can max it all out. I don't have to save a little extra here. So I'm gonna hit approve. Max, next, approve, 2 cents on the approval. And then I will have a swap. Here we go. All right. 45 cents on this transaction. Man, that was twice as expensive as the USD Plus transaction. Interesting. Okay. So now I should have my new assets, and I don't have them imported or indexed here in the MetaMask wallet. So I need to do that. If I click import, I need those token addresses. So in real time, I want to show you guys how I would do this safely. I would go to docs here on the web page. It'll take us to their white paper. Usually they have contract addresses right here, as you can see. I'm going to click on contracts. My USD Plus contract address is right here. Copy that. Go up here to MetaMask. I want to be able to see my balance. I'm going to hit import, paste. Symbol must be 11 characters fewer. That's not the symbol though. What am I missing? Oh, I'm on the wrong chain. Oh, this is cool. So they have all of the chains here on these tabs. So hit base, then copy the token address. So MetaMask, import tokens, paste. This token has already been added. Really? Did I do that? USD Plus. Wow, I did already do that. I don't remember doing that. Wow. I wonder if it did it automatically. Oh, well, at least I showed you guys again how to add a token address. Forgive me. I'm wasting time. All right. Back to work. We're done with overnight FI as far as I can tell. So now it's time to add liquidity. Now that I have my 2 assets, I want to hit add liquidity because I need an LP token. The LP token will represent my 2 assets. When you click that add liquidity button here, it'll open up in the swapbase.finance. This is a DEX. Looks like the preferred DEX of the base network, or at least the beefy business relationship. So I'm going to max out on my USD, and it'll max it out here for me in the equivalent of the DAI. Insufficient DAI balance. So if that happens, it just means I'm a few pennies off. So I can just hit max on DAI instead, because I know that I've got enough USD Plus. I've just got a little bit of an imbalance between the two, and this has to be in a 50-50 arrangement. So I'm going to approve each of these assets. I'm going to have to just go through the motions, obviously, with the wallet. Overall, these approvals and transactions are going to cost me, I guess, about $1.50. Way better than traditional bank wire fees. If you know, you know. Now I'm going to supply the liquidity. Confirm supply. Now this, what it's doing, again, as a reminder, is it's taking my 2 deposits and it's mashing them together into a liquidity pool token, an LP token. I never take the time to try to find the LP token contract address and import it into my MetaMask, just because it's not really worth it. LP tokens they're just not things that we only use them for these particular purposes. So you can see that my USD Plus and my DAI have left. So it looks like I'm $1,000 poorer, but I'm not. My LP token is in here. So now I can take this back and stake this in the DAI plus USD plus farm right here. Okay. Now, it's not picking up my liquidity pool token yet. So I'm going to hit refresh to see. I don't think I'm missing a step. I think we should be. Yeah. So you can see it here. This is fractional. It's meant to be like this. That my $1,000 represents this fractional amount of the total pool. So I'm going to hit max. You can see it's worth $1,000. And I hit deposit all. Max, next, approve. Confirm. Okay, so what I just did was I took all of my profits just for time's sake. I took all of my profits and I stashed them into a non-volatile vault. So I'm going to go back to vaults. I'm going to clear all. I'm going to click on my vaults. And so now you can see that I have two vaults. I have one for stable coins and I have one for my single-sided ALB that I started with. Now, some of these have deposit fees, which you can see I paid a 1% deposit fee on this. I wasn't paying attention to that, but now you can see that I'm down $10. So I've got to make that deposit fee up, which I will do very quickly with the APY. But now at least I've got my profits. Again, because of time, I didn't want, if I kept doing these, you can see it took me a few minutes because I'm interacting with new contracts, etc. We'll spend the rest of our time, just about 5 minutes, just looking at what the other allocations could be, what I could rotate. But I just went ahead for time purposes. I put all $1,000 into the stable. That's like if you're ever in a hurry, you don't want to make a rash decision. You don't want to just throw 30 or 20% of your profits into something that you didn't really think about. So if you ever get short on time and you're yield farming and you've taken profits, but you don't want to like leave it sitting there, go ahead and rotate it into a stable coin vault that has an APY. I mean, 52%, that's awesome compared to traditional finance. It's not as sexy as some of this other stuff, but at least now I can just like literally breathe and not worry about my money not being, functional and active. And meanwhile, I'm going to let ALB continue to spin off profit. And I can just you could keep your entire strategy just to this, where you play one highly volatile, risky play with a little bit of money and take all the cream off the top and just dump it into a stable coin pair like this. And that's just earning a high APY. That's, beating the socks off the stock market. That's one play. Then you could just snowball that way until you're just working with $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. Like that by itself is a strategy that's worth your entire membership and Get Paid Daily. And then some. That alone is a good strategy. But for a more balanced strategy, another option would be to take 30% of this profit, the $1,000 profit, and then go back to all vaults. And I'm just going to stick around on the base chain for now, because they've got enough options for me to consider here. And I'm going to sort by TVL. And you can see the higher the TVL, typically the lower the APY. But I want to scroll down. I'm looking for higher APYs. Okay. All right. So I was looking for a stable coin pair with a volatile pair. So I could totally roll 30% of my profits into this ALB USDC pair. It's clocking a 55,000 APY. and a 179,000 TVL, which is way higher than what I just rolled out of. So the difference here with a pair versus the ALB one that I was the single pair that I'm in is that you'll have impermanent loss. Meaning, so this is good. This is good. You actually have to think about this. If you go into the volatile stable pair here, if ALB goes up in value, which it has been methodically, it has momentum right now. If it goes up in value, the impermanent loss that you experience is that half of your bag is in USDC. It's in a stable coin. So you'll only realize your purse will only realize 50% of the positive price action that ALB experiences. However, they're paying 55,000 as opposed to 5,800. And if we do a little bit deeper dive here on this pair, the daily is definitely higher because of the APY is higher. The TVL is up and to the right. It's going to be paying you out in USDC and ALB, I believe. Let's see. The vault deposits, the pair, earning the platform's governance token. Earned token is swapped for ALB and USDBC in order to acquire more of the LP token to complete the compounding cycle. The new ALB is added to the farm, ready to go for the next earning event. The transaction costs required to do all this socialized among vault users. Yes. So let's look at the, what am I trying to look at? I wanted to know what the APY, yeah, this is it. Fascinating. Okay. So the APY, like, this is crazy. 903 billion percent, 48 billion, 899 million, 618 million, 78 million, 32 million. Okay. So it's descending as TVL goes up, just like the ALB single stake. This would be an interesting play to take some of those profits that I just staked and roll them here just to catch the final descent of this APY as it continues to drop. We're at 55,000 APY. It dropped dramatically from 3 days ago. So you were earning a lot more daily, you were accumulating a lot more daily than you were then than you are now. So if I would have swapped over a few days ago, I may have been able to take more advantage and earn more. I think that percentage, I'm not doing the raw math right now, but I'm pretty sure that that daily 1.7 or whatever it had to have been 3%, 4 or 5% back here per day would have outpaced the token price, the individual token price. So that's really kind of what I'm evaluating in that, and when I'm comparing those two farms right now is just that general math between the single stake and the dual pair right here. You can't lose. I didn't lose with this ALB, and I'm going to probably keep my seed money here for the foreseeable future and just let it continue to compound. And I'm just going to shell off my profits into other farms. This would be a good one to move into right now. Like if we had time, I would have taken another 30% from that profit and put it right here. And then lastly, what's my other option? I'm forgetting. Let's see. Unpredictable. Okay, yeah. So then you could go really risky, which in this particular case, the ALB is risky enough, but if your risk profile is like really hungry, you could just simply go up here and jack up the APY and grab the BVM Ethereum pool with a 20% position from your profits, or the ALB Ethereum. So you have impermanent loss, but in this case, you don't have a stable coin paired with it. You have another volatile coin, which is Ethereum, that you could go up with. BVM and ALB both are decentralized exchanges that seem to have a growing number of amount of TVL coming at it. If I look at the TVL for this pool, it's less popular for whatever reason. I don't know why, than the ALB pools. Could just be branding, literally. I don't know. I haven't done enough research still on BVM. But these are DEX tokens that are used to drive and grease the wheels of these decentralized exchanges. So, all right, guys, that's some yield farming, some real-time yield farming. Hope that was helpful. Hope it can help you with your strategy and inform what you do day to day with your daily income process.